education through the Access program brought a big family together. And once it finished, this family was kept together by education. Welcome to the second chapter of this series and to the process of making great teachers.
The Making Great Teachers program builds a bridge that connects the Access program to the chance of becoming professionals.
Enriching the educational and cultural experiences through leadership, teamwork, volunteerism, cultural understanding, community service, and passion for education. We are making great teachers.
We finished Access, and now what? After finishing the program, we really wanted to keep improving our English. We didn't want to stop going to the Colombo. We wanted to keep sharing with our friends, and we also wanted to keep sharing with our teachers at the BNC. The CCA proposed a set of extracurricular activities in which they took into account the alumni's interests and hobbies.
And one of the ways we tried to do it was by creating a study group for all of the Access alumni who admired their fantastic teachers and who fell in love with the teaching of English and who wanted to grow in the world of teaching. And so, Making Great Teachers was born.
First of all, Making Great Teachers, it's a family. We are a team of young leaders willing to change the world through education. Our main goal is to contribute the best way we can to transform the perspective we have, the traditional perspective about the classes and the profession itself. In Making Great Teachers, we learn to appreciate the constant professional development. We also are always looking for the best way to support our students, through the belief that education goes beyond of transmitting knowledge. We find encouragement in volunteerism. We know our process does not have anything to do with competition, but with cooperation and collaboration. We want to be great teachers. The path to achieve our goals is endless, but definitely the most rewarding one.
We, the members of MGT, found our motivation to be teachers through English, and we had a conviction that one of the keys to being a great teacher is to be highly competent in the corresponding area of study, in our case, English. To improve our proficiency, we met for 2 hours a week to practice and review some of the grammar topics that we had learned together. John Alejandro, the current academic director of the Colombo and the leader of the program, seeing our motivation, found different volunteer teachers to lead our academic sessions. And later, Clara Lopez, the executive director of the Colombo, supported us with scholarships to finish the process that we had begun in the Centro Colombo Americano.
In 2014, when the first generation of students of the English Access Micro Scholarship Program finished their 2-year program, John Alejandro Arias, our academic director, came up with a great idea to continue to providing support to an outstanding group of students who were eager to continue to develop their leadership skills, to learning more English and to become English teachers. At that time, we did not envision the tremendous impact this program was going to have with those students, but we did not hesitate to say or to embrace the idea. That was really simple at the beginning. We just provided some spaces at the Colombo for them to develop the classes and some of the activities, maybe sometimes a little budget for special celebrations, Christmas or American celebrations, and sometimes by providing full scholarships for those students who wanted to get the Colombo certificate and go deeper into English learning. Now the second generation of Making Great Teachers have been following the model the first generation well, made them pave the way for them to become the great teachers they are, well, ready to be today. We are so proud of the new generation. They are making big steps to pursue their dream to become English teachers and to continue to serve the community as they are doing 2 years ago. So we are really, really happy today to congratulate those students and to say thank you to the first generation of leaders, because they are very part of the success we are witnessing today.
Being a great teacher goes far beyond of proposing and teaching meaningful and interesting classes. We have found the value behind research and theory. Also, making great teachers teaches you about professional values and the importance of evaluation and planning. The road to improvement is constructed through knowledge and feedback. This should be done while experiencing the classroom. At the end, all the theory studied and all the research we have done makes sense when we are in the classroom, which makes a perfect balance between theory and practicum.
So some of the teachers to be were my assistants with my kids' classes. It was a very nice experience. First, because it was a great opportunity for them to be involved in a real class. They were learning how to interact with kids. They were learning how to control discipline, for example. But also it was a great opportunity for me because I was learning also from them. They were always showing nice and amazing activities to do with the kids. So I was really happy with them, and I really enjoy to have them in my classes.
In our vision as a group, we believe that a thriving community is created through people who reach their full potential and who direct their energy into creating a more inclusive and participative society. This vision has always led us to seek partnerships with which we can grow in community engagements. MGT participants appreciate the value of the service for the other and the value of community engagement to improve our society. Therefore, we have worked alongside different groups and organizations such as the Police School, Escuela Carabineros Alejandro Gutiérrez, Play Lee, YMCA, Education USA, the BNC's library and its cultural park, some public schools, as well as the garbage disposal company Manizales, EMAS, and some other events. The activities that we have developed with these companies and organizations have helped us build a more human perspective of education, as well as new skills and knowledge.
From Access, the BNC always insisted on the idea that we were a family. Our bonds have remained strong and have become even stronger during the process of making great teachers. As a family, we always support each other, as we were treated with love and appreciation at the Centro Colombo Americano Manizales. The BNC was always our second home. We were often invited to celebrate any holiday you can imagine. Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. I will never forget the time in which they gave us gifts to share with our families at home. That's what a family does.
Hello friends, I'm Harold from Pasto in the southern of Colombia. Making great teachers has turned into an experience of academic growth that creates community across the country. However, living in Pasto has not been an impediment of being part of such process and share and meet with the ones who are on the other side. Additionally, this project promotes the integral development of its participants, and now we will have the opportunity to see this wonderful family become bigger and stronger day by day.
Hello, my name is John Alejandro Arias and I'm currently working as the academic director of the BNC Manizales, and I'm also the founder of Making Great Teachers. When I think about the beginning of Making Great Teachers, I think about that moment in which some of those Access alumni visited me in my office and they told me that they really wanted to learn about methodology, that they wanted to become English teachers in our BNC, and that their biggest dream was to become Access teachers. And so I started considering options. I proposed initially a club, an extracurricular club, for them to have some teaching tips. And then eventually, I did not expect this, but it became a program. But at the beginning, I started considering what we needed. And so the first door that I knocked was our own. I talked to our executive director, Clara Lucia Lopez. And when I explained everything about the initiative, she did not hesitate to embrace the program. And so we could freely use all of the resources and spaces of the Colombo. And then I started designing the curriculum, trying to combine the experience of more than 60 years teaching English as a foreign language in our community, together with those ingredients that make Access a unique program. And so I included teamwork, leadership, culture, and community service, together with a concrete and constant balance between theory and practical. So everything was ready in terms of the academic structure. We had the shelter from our BNC, but I still had a couple of concerns. So the first thing that I did was to write a letter to a publishing house that we work with, explaining everything about the initiative, and they immediately accepted our request for a donation. They sent all of the methodology books that we needed for the development of the program. Then I took advantage of a meeting for all the BNC staff, and I did the same. I explained the program and I came up with an idea that was called Programa Padrino, that invited them to adopt one of the students and support their process by providing them with transportation and or snack. And to my surprise, I had enough volunteers to join the Programa Padrino, and so I could reassure the alumni that they could have the means to go to the Colombo and to have the snack to share with their friends during the breaks.
MGT started as a dream, and little by little it became a reality. That is why we never wanted to stop dreaming or to stop moving forward to meet our goals. And one of the goals that motivated us to grow together was to lead immersion camps in our city. For us, in the camps, we could demonstrate our didactic knowledge and our ability to create a fun and strong curriculum, and also to carry it out. Over time, we not only led camps in our city, but also in different parts of the country. Another of our goals was to be Access teachers, because that is where it all began and where we fell in love with the teaching of English as a second language, and for this reason we wanted to be part of the academic process of a second generation. And now, one of our biggest goals is replication. It is to create a second generation of highly competent and motivated people who could not only continue with the process, but make it grow even stronger. That is one of MGT's fulfilled dreams that fill us the most with pride, having consolidated a second generation of the program.
John Alejandro always told us that we were receiving all this experience within Making Great Teachers at no cost. The only condition was that in due time we had to be the mentors and the teachers of the new generation of young leaders whose dream was to become teachers at the BNC. Now we are proud to be the mentors of the second generation of Making Great Teachers.
For me, replication is like do what we have learned to do. Like putting our efforts into little actions to change the life of someone. Like doing the same things, of course, like with different aspects. But in essence, the same things that the teachers made for us, like putting all the good vibes, all the good intentions in what we do. First, because I love education, I love teaching, but secondly, because I saw what the first generation was doing, so I really liked what they were doing, and it was like, okay, I can do it too. If I have the same responsibility, if I make the same efforts that they are doing, I can do the same. So it was pretty good for me. I remember once that one of the teachers, I don't remember who, was like very sick. So, and it was one of the girls, but she decided to continue with the class because she considered that we needed to have that class. We need to know and to learn the topic that we were learning, and it is like showing of commitment that the teacher had at the time. So I consider this that this was like a very good example for us that as teachers to continue even in hard situations, in difficult situations.
Being great teachers has been a journey full of obstacles, challenges, and difficulties, but through perseverance and effort, we have found a family from which we have grown and been strengthened. Join us as we continue to learn about the opportunities that Making Great Teachers offers its participants.